Top 25 ESG Analyst Interview Questions and Answers. Environmental, social, and governance (ESG) has become a major focus for investors, regulators, and businesses worldwide. Organizations increasingly rely on ESG analysts to evaluate sustainability risks, measure non-financial performance, and provide insights that support responsible decision-making. Preparing for an ESG analyst interview requires a strong understanding of sustainability frameworks, data analysis, risk assessment, and corporate responsibility. The following interview questions and answers will help you confidently explain your knowledge, showcase your analytical skills, and demonstrate your ability to contribute effectively as an ESG analyst. 1. Tell us about yourself and why you want to become an ESG analyst. I have a strong interest in sustainability, finance, and data analysis, which naturally led me toward ESG. My academic background and professional experiences helped me understand how environmental, social, and governance factors influence long-term business performance. I enjoy researching complex issues, interpreting data, and creating meaningful insights. Becoming an ESG analyst allows me to contribute to responsible investing and help organizations make decisions that balance profitability with sustainability and ethical responsibilities. 2. What does ESG stand for and why is it important? ESG stands for Environmental, Social, and Governance. Environmental factors examine a company's impact on the planet, social factors evaluate relationships with employees and communities, and governance focuses on leadership, ethics, and accountability. ESG is important because investors, customers, and regulators increasingly expect companies to operate responsibly. Strong ESG performance can reduce risks, improve reputation, attract investment, and contribute to long-term sustainable growth while creating positive societal outcomes. 3. What are the key responsibilities of an ESG analyst? An ESG analyst evaluates companies based on sustainability and ethical performance. Responsibilities include collecting ESG data, researching industry trends, assessing risks, analyzing disclosures, preparing reports, and supporting investment or corporate decisions. ESG analysts also monitor regulatory developments and compare organizations against sustainability frameworks and benchmarks. The role requires strong analytical skills, attention to detail, and the ability to communicate findings clearly to stakeholders and decision-makers. 4. How do ESG factors affect investment decisions? ESG factors help investors identify opportunities and risks that traditional financial analysis may overlook. Environmental issues can lead to regulatory costs. Social concerns may impact reputation and employee retention, and governance weaknesses can increase legal or operational risks. By incorporating ESG considerations, investors gain a broader understanding of long-term performance and resilience. Many investors believe companies with strong ESG practices are better positioned for sustainable growth and value creation. 5. What ESG frameworks or reporting standards are you familiar with? I am familiar with several ESG frameworks, including GRI, SASB, TCFD, and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Each framework serves a different purpose and audience. GRI focuses on broader sustainability reporting, SASB emphasizes financially material issues, and TCFD addresses climate-related financial risks. Understanding these frameworks helps ensure consistency, transparency, and comparability in ESG disclosures. I stay updated because reporting standards continue evolving with regulatory expectations. 6. How would you assess a company's environmental performance? I would review metrics such as greenhouse gas emissions, energy consumption, renewable energy use, waste management, water usage, and climate commitments. I would also examine whether the company has measurable targets and transparent reporting practices. Comparing performance against industry peers and historical trends provides valuable context. Additionally, I would evaluate environmental risks within the company's operations and supply chain to determine the effectiveness of its sustainability strategy. 7. What social factors do ESG analysts typically evaluate? Social factors include employee health and safety, diversity and inclusion, labor practices, human rights, community engagement, customer satisfaction, and supply chain standards. ESG analysts examine how organizations treat employees, customers, suppliers, and local communities. Strong social performance often reflects good management practices and can improve reputation and retention. Evaluating these factors helps identify potential risks, opportunities, and the overall impact a company has on society. 8. Why is corporate governance important in ESG analysis? Corporate governance ensures accountability, transparency, and ethical decision-making within an organization. Strong governance structures reduce the likelihood of fraud, corruption, conflicts of interest, and poor leadership decisions. ESG analysts review board independence, executive compensation, shareholder rights, and risk management practices. Good governance often supports better environmental and social outcomes because leaders are more likely to implement responsible strategies and maintain long-term business sustainability. 9. How do you stay updated on ESG regulations and trends? I stay informed by following regulatory updates, sustainability reports, industry publications, and professional organizations focused on ESG. I regularly read research from financial institutions, attend webinars, and monitor developments from global reporting frameworks. Continuous learning is essential because ESG regulations and investor expectations evolve rapidly. Staying current allows me to provide accurate analysis, adapt to changing requirements, and deliver insights that remain relevant and valuable. 10. How do you collect ESG data for analysis? I collect ESG data from company sustainability reports, annual reports, regulatory filings, ESG rating agencies, government databases, and trusted third-party research sources. I verify the accuracy and consistency of information by comparing multiple sources whenever possible. After gathering the data, I organize it into structured datasets for analysis, identify trends, highlight gaps, and ensure the information supports reliable conclusions for investment recommendations or corporate sustainability assessments. 11. What challenges do companies face in ESG reporting? Many companies struggle with inconsistent data collection, changing reporting standards, limited internal resources, and evolving regulatory requirements. Some organizations also face difficulties measuring social and governance metrics accurately. Maintaining transparency while ensuring data quality can be challenging. As an ESG analyst, I would help identify reporting gaps, improve data validation processes, and recommend best practices that enhance credibility, compliance, and stakeholder confidence in ESG disclosures. 12. What is materiality in ESG? Materiality refers to identifying ESG issues that have the greatest impact on a company's financial performance, operations, or stakeholders. Material topics vary by industry because different sectors face different sustainability risks. For example, emissions are highly material for energy companies, while data privacy may be more significant for technology firms. Understanding materiality helps organizations prioritize reporting efforts and focus resources on issues that matter most. 13. How would you evaluate climate-related risks for a company? I would evaluate both physical and transition risks. Physical risks include floods, droughts, storms, and rising temperatures that affect operations. Transition risks involve regulatory changes, carbon pricing, technological advancements, and changing consumer preferences. I would analyze the company's climate strategy, emissions reduction goals, and resilience planning. Comparing these findings with industry standards helps determine whether the company is prepared for future climate-related challenges. 14. What analytical tools or software have you used? I have experience using Microsoft Excel for financial modeling and data analysis, Power BI and Tableau for data visualization, and ESG databases for research and benchmarking. I am also comfortable working with spreadsheets, statistical tools, and reporting software to organize large datasets efficiently. My ability to learn new analytical platforms quickly enables me to adapt to company-specific systems and improve reporting accuracy and decision-making. 15. How do you ensure the accuracy of ESG data? I ensure accuracy by validating information through multiple reliable sources, reviewing company disclosures carefully, and checking calculations for consistency. I also compare historical data to identify unusual changes or discrepancies that require further investigation. Maintaining detailed documentation of data sources improves transparency and audit readiness. Regular quality checks and collaboration with internal stakeholders further strengthen the reliability and credibility of ESG analysis and reporting. 16. Describe a time you analyzed complex data. In a previous academic or professional project, I analyzed large datasets to identify trends and provide actionable recommendations. I organized the data, cleaned inconsistencies, applied analytical techniques, and presented findings through charts and reports. This experience strengthened my critical thinking, attention to detail, and communication skills. It also demonstrated my ability to transform complex information into meaningful insights that support informed business decisions and strategic planning. 17. How do ESG ratings influence businesses? ESG ratings influence investor confidence, financing opportunities, customer trust, and corporate reputation. Higher ESG ratings may attract responsible investors and improve access to capital, while lower ratings can raise concerns about potential risks. Companies often use ESG ratings to benchmark performance and identify improvement areas. As an ESG analyst, understanding rating methodologies helps explain results and recommend strategies that strengthen overall sustainability performance. 18. How would you prioritize multiple ESG projects with tight deadlines? I would begin by assessing project urgency, business impact, regulatory deadlines, and stakeholder expectations. Next, I would create a structured work plan, break tasks into manageable milestones, and allocate sufficient time for quality reviews. Clear communication with team members ensures priorities remain aligned. If necessary, I would escalate potential risks early while maintaining accuracy, efficiency, and professionalism to deliver high-quality ESG analysis within required deadlines. 19. How do you communicate ESG findings to non-technical stakeholders? I communicate ESG findings by using simple language, clear visuals, and concise summaries that focus on the most important insights. Instead of overwhelming stakeholders with technical details, I explain how ESG risks and opportunities affect business performance, reputation, and long-term value. I also tailor presentations to the audience, answer questions clearly, and provide practical recommendations that help executives and decision-makers understand the significance of the analysis. 20. What would you do if you found inconsistencies in ESG data? If I discovered inconsistencies in ESG data, I would first verify the information by comparing multiple reliable sources and reviewing the original documentation. I would identify the cause of the discrepancy, communicate my findings to the relevant team, and request clarification if necessary. I would document every step taken to resolve the issue and ensure the final analysis is accurate, transparent, and supported by credible evidence before reporting conclusions. 21. Why do you want to work for our company as an ESG analyst? I want to work for your company because of its commitment to sustainability, innovation, and responsible business practices. I admire organizations that integrate ESG principles into their long-term strategy rather than treating them as compliance requirements. I believe my analytical skills, attention to detail, and passion for sustainable development would allow me to contribute meaningful insights while helping the company achieve its environmental, social, and governance objectives successfully. 22. What strengths make you a successful ESG analyst? My greatest strengths include analytical thinking, attention to detail, problem solving, research skills, and effective communication. I enjoy working with data, identifying trends, and transforming complex information into practical recommendations. I am also highly organized and committed to continuous learning because ESG regulations and reporting standards evolve rapidly. These qualities enable me to produce accurate analyses, support strategic decisions, and contribute positively to organizational sustainability initiatives. 23. How do you handle confidential or sensitive ESG information? I understand the importance of maintaining confidentiality and protecting sensitive business information. I follow company policies regarding data security, access controls, and ethical conduct at all times. I only share confidential information with authorized individuals and ensure documents are stored securely. Maintaining professionalism, integrity, and compliance with legal requirements helps build trust with colleagues, management, clients, and other stakeholders involved in ESG reporting and analysis. 24. Where do you see yourself in 5 years as an ESG professional? In 5 years, I see myself as an experienced ESG professional leading sustainability projects and contributing to strategic business decisions. I hope to deepen my expertise in ESG reporting frameworks, climate risk assessment, and sustainable finance while earning relevant professional certifications. I also aim to mentor junior analysts, improve organizational sustainability performance, and help develop innovative solutions that create lasting value for both businesses and society. 25. Why should we hire you as an ESG analyst? You should hire me because I combine strong analytical abilities with a genuine passion for sustainability and responsible business practices. I am committed to producing accurate research, interpreting ESG data effectively, and delivering actionable recommendations that support informed decision-making. I learn quickly, adapt to changing regulations, and work well both independently and within teams. My dedication, integrity, and continuous improvement mindset would make me a valuable addition to your ESG team. Preparing for an ESG analyst interview involves understanding sustainability principles, ESG reporting frameworks, data analysis techniques, and effective communication skills. Employers seek candidates who can evaluate environmental, social, and governance risks while providing practical recommendations that support long-term business success. By practicing these top 25 interview questions and answers, you can confidently demonstrate your technical knowledge, analytical thinking, and commitment to sustainable development. With thorough preparation and confidence, you'll be well positioned to secure your next ESG analyst role.